We need to talk about Gavin Newsom.
He's my favorite, Gavin. I can't wait to talk about him. What a joy.
You may know him from such things
as effing up California? Effing up California royally.
In the biggest, best way, right? Like he is totally effed it up.
Yeah.
And homelessness is particularly awful there, as we remember his debate with Ron DeSantis when he held up like the poop map. Remember?
Yes.
That was so great.
Oh, God, the infamous poop map.
Yes. And it's no better. It's not any better. And at a recent press conference, let me just show you this screenshot, because at a recent press conference, he was questioned by a friendly reporter. She said, you know, you've spent, and I'm paraphrasing, but she basically said, you've spent billions and billions of dollars on fighting the homelessness crisis in California, and the results have been disastrous.
24 billion.
24 billion.
Set on fire.
Yeah.
No result.
He did one of those KJP things where he's just like, oh, we're doing
Let me be clear.
Right. Let me be clear. And she pushed back and she was like, I beg your pardon, but you have not answered my question. This audit, there was apparently like an audit report that showed that the money has been really mismanaged. It hasn't gone to the things that it was supposed to go to. And homelessness remains a huge, huge problem. And so he was forced to kind of address this audit. And here is what he said about the audit specifically.
I also acknowledge that we need to do more, not just in the homeless bucket, but also the mental health / homelessness bucket. That's why Proposition 1 had subsequent reforms as it relates to a requirement by July of 2026 to have one single plan for all funding sources for mental health at the local level, with more transparency, auditing, and oversight, again, of local spend. So that audit didn't surprise me in the least, quite the contrary.
Didn't?
Oh.
It didn't surprise you at all? Really? You're not surprised? You're not surprised by your suctitude. That's crazy. You're not surprised at that. And the talking with the hands, so he's related to Pelosi, right?
Yeah, that's his aunt.
It must be a familial thing that they all talk like this. What is that? It drives me crazy. Put him in a straitjacket. See if he can talk. I want to see if he can do that. God.
Well, and then it's interesting that he was like, yeah, I'm not surprised, but he also tried to throw the localities and the local areas under the bus, right?
Yeah.
So, well, it's their fault. They need to do more. We need to have better accountability. No, the buck stops with you, Gavin.
Yeah, it does. It totally stops with him. And he is sucking so hard at his job. And he can't. And listen, the thing is that he's the darling of the Democrat Party. I mean, they absolutely love him, which is astounding. But at the same time, that's not surprising to me, because he is just like the shining beacon of suck. And so he is a perfect representation of what the Democrats stand for, right? It's like, we're going to go through and we're going to just F everything up and then never have any accountability for the F upness.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We're going to ruin everything and then be like, what? What? I didn't do that.
That must be the locality problem. That's not my problem.
Over there. I mean, I just blew through $24 billion of taxpayer money saying I was going to fix a problem, and I never actually fixed the problem. I just blew through the money. I just set it on fire, and I'm going to go ahead and ask for more taxpayer money and not do a damn thing with that money except for just spend it and never have any accountability. Never have any accountability whatsoever. Meanwhile, California is a giant mess. I have a kid who lives there, and he cannot wait to get the hell out. And it's a shame, because we went to visit them last year, and that place used to be beautiful. And there are still places when you drive through to get through, you drive through the hellscapes and then you go out of the hellscapes. And there are some places like you can see like the glimmering remnants of what it used to be. Because there are some beautiful places still in California.
For sure.
But it's so freaking expensive. There are places like the cities are so dirty, crap everywhere, homeless everywhere, drug addicts everywhere. It's like how people can afford to live there is beyond me. I mean, our kid, he's like, there's no way we could buy a house here. And they both have great jobs.
Yeah.
So, and that is Gavin Newsom.
Listen, I know you can get a little spicy at times. There are times where because you're the happiest person on the planet, you get a little wound up And then you need to, you just need to, sometimes I look at you and I go, you need to simmer. You need to calm down. And the way that you do it, because listen, I have chronic insomnia. The only thing that's ever helped for me is Calm Mood by Healthy Cell. And I know that it's helped you too. This stuff is bomb. It has ashwagandha in it, which I love saying the word ashwagandha.
I like saying L-theanine. That's also in there. And I love that word. And I also love the word GABA. That's in here too. All that stuff is in here.
I see your L-theanine and I raise you a GABA. A GABA. I do.
And you guys, this is the berry lemon flavor.
It's good.
Oh, so good.
It's
it
really
feels
good.
like it should be illegal. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you shouldn't be able to get this kind of calm stress relief from something that isn't a pharmaceutical. But
I wish I could give it to my dogs. That's what I really wish I could, because they need to calm the heck down. You know what I'm saying? But it really does work, you guys. It does. It helps you chill out at night. It has all the good stuff in it. It absorbs really quickly. That's the stuff about Healthy Cell, is that it actually absorbs. I have taken vitamins my whole adult life. Healthy Cell is the only stuff that actually works for me because I know it's getting absorbed. What is it? 160% more than regular vitamins. You're getting all the good stuff and it actually is working. You're not peeing or pooping it out. I'm just saying. Okay.
And you can get 20% off your first order when you go to healthycell.com/chicks and then use code CHICKS. Healthycell.com/chicks. And the crazy thing about the homelessness thing is this is not a new issue. This has been his pet issue for the past decade.
Right.
And someone put together an amazing montage of his basically begging for money and explaining why he needs more money and his fight against homelessness for the past decade. It is no different today than it was when he first started saying all this crap.
Yep.
But the montage to watch it through the years is extraordinary. Check this out.
What we call a 10-year plan.
Look at
end chronic homeless in San Francisco.
So young.
Solve homelessness. What are you going to do as a new mayor? And I said, well, what are you going to do?
Focus on a housing first model, direct access to housing.
Shelter, salt, sleep, housing with wraparound and support services, solve homelessness. Homelessness absolutely can be solved.
Laid out a detailed homeless strategy. There's been no intentionality on homelessness in this state for decades. It's not been a focus.
I don't think we can solve homelessness. I know we can solve homelessness. We will reduce street homelessness quickly and humanely through emergency action. The highest investment the state's ever made is $1 billion on homelessness. We are poised to pass a budget in the next few hours that will provide $12 billion of investment.
I can literally quantify 58,000 people that we got off the streets last year. And none of you would believe it.
The state has not made progress in the last 2 decades as it relates to homelessness. Why?
We're not interested in funding failure. We're not interested in failing more efficiently when it comes to the issue of homelessness and the crisis on the street. I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true. But it's also true for months and months and months prior to APEC, we've been having different conversations.
What a slimy weasel this guy is.
God.
The slimiest of the slimy, right? And people just keep electing him. They keep propping him up, keep saying that he's a great. Why? Because he just talks a good talk. I mean, it's just that people buy into this stuff. There are dumb, mostly women out there who are like, oh my God, he's so charming. Look at his slick back hair. I mean, Kimberly Guilfoyle fell for it once.
Oh
right?
God! Every time you say their names together, I always think of the rug. You know, with the bearskin rug.
Yeah,
I should have had that picture ready to go.
Seriously, I mean, women fall for that charm. It's sort of like the Ted Bundy charm, right? So they fall into that category. I mean, I've talked to conservative women who are like, he is kind of cute. I'm like, oh,
so dreamy. I know.
Gross. But that's why. Because let's face it, if he were ugly, would they really be buying it? I mean, I don't know. I think he's ugly. But if women found him unattractive, would a lot of those women still be buying what he's selling? Because he is a used car salesman.
The sleaziest,
absolute sleaziest. And 10 years, look at that, how he was young. Now he's older, been promising the same bullshit for 10 years.
And just taking more money, just taking more. Nothing, no results.
Total liar. The guy is a total grifter.
And in that same press conference just a couple days ago, he was asked, because now California had a surplus and now they're like way in the hole by billions of dollars because his policies suck. The government overspends. They do everything wrong. And so what does he blame it on? I'll let you listen for yourself.
Can't wait for this.
What we didn't anticipate is these rain bombs in December, January, February, and March.
I can't.
These atmospheric rivers that led to a federal declaration that led to FEMA and the IRS moving in a direction where we couldn't collect our taxes until, I believe, November 16th, as opposed to April 15th.
Piece of shit this guy is. Did he said rain bombs?
Rain bombs.
Rain bombs.
I can't believe that he didn't actually use the words climate change. Maybe he thought it would be too obvious and too easy to make fun. So he's using atmospheric changes and rain bombs.
Like, it's a bomb of rain. It's coming at
rain
you.
On me.
Not with this guy. So now, because he hasn't solved the homelessness problem that he said he was going to solve quickly, mind you, 10 years ago, he's going to do it quickly and efficiently.
Yeah.
He's going to do that really quick. Now it's because of rain bombs.
Yeah. And he needs more money. Give me
You guys got to
more.
keep giving him money because he can't help it that the bombs of rain are bombing people. It's just attack. It's an attack. It's a war. It's a war of rain.
They're talking about raising the gas tax to 47 cents a gallon.
I believe it because California
more, and they're already $2 ahead of the national average. He's so bad, so bad.
But the thing is that people will defend this guy. There are Democrats who will say it's fine. This is fine. It's great. I mean, listen, those people are lunatics, but they will continue to defend him and his crappy policies. And then California is being destroyed in the process, which is an absolute travesty. It really is. What a shame.
People got to vote differently. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Amen to that.